Grab your Bibles and open them to Ezra chapter 8. Let's Bible study together. Ezra 8 starts off with a list of who was part of the group that returned from Babylon with Ezra. Someone tagged me in a video of you pronouncing all of these names because that would be so impressive. I'm not even going to try. The middle section of chapter 8, starting in verse 21, talks about how they stopped, they made a pit stop, and they fasted. Said, I proclaimed a fast so that we might humble ourselves before God and ask him for a safe journey for us, our dependents, and all of our possession. We've discussed this in my small group before, how fasting may be part of some people's walk with Christ, but it wasn't really mine. And so I am going to take a couple days every single month and fast. Let me know if you fast, what you do, how that goes. Let me know all the things. Verse 22 said, I did this because I was ashamed to ask the king for infantry and cavalry to protect us from enemies during the journey, since we have told him the hand of our God is gracious to all who will seek him, but his fierce anger is against all who abandon him. So we fasted and pleaded with our God about this, and he was receptive to our prayer. God always hears your prayers. We may not get the answer that we think should be best, but God is working everything out for our own good. Ezra then selected 12 priests. These were priests that were to guard the gold, the silver, and other precious objects for the temple in Jerusalem. And then the last section of chapter 8, starting in verse 31, is their arrival in Jerusalem. This journey took about 4 months. Verse 35 says, the exiles who had returned from captivity offered burnt offerings to the God of Israel. And then what those offerings were: 12 bulls for all of Israel, 96 rams, 76 lambs, along with 12 male goats as a sin offering. All of this was a burnt offering for the Lord. Let me know when you read Ezra 8 and what you learned from this chapter.